Hello everyone, this is Colin here with another home repair and improvement project. As you can see, I am on my roof, sitting next to a roof vent that is not working terribly well. You see the one behind me, it's spinning at a good clip, and this one is not. So today I'm going to show you how to fix this. Let's get started. To do this job, you're going to need a few things. If you're fortunate enough to be able to fix the roof vent with only oil, you'll need a headlamp, some gloves to protect yourself from the insulation and nails and such in your attic, and some oil. This is a light oil similar to 3-in-1. If you aren't fortunate enough to be able to fix the problem with just some lubrication, you'll need a replacement vent fan of the same size. Mine was a 12-inch, and I think most of them that I've seen are 12-inch, but they do offer 14-inch and even larger varieties. You will need a flat blade screwdriver, and you will need a ratchet and several sizes of socket. I found that the old one was a 1/4 inch and the new one was an 8mm, but this can certainly vary a bit, and you may find you need a different size than those two. You will also need either a carpenter's level or ordinary bubble level that's smaller, and a board to sit them on. You will also need a ladder big enough to access your roof. But first, let's have a necessary disclaimer about heights and fall protection. If you're going up in your attic to attempt to oil your vent fans, most attics are unfinished and you won't actually be able to stand in most places. You'll have to stand on the stringers and not on the insulation or the drywall. If you put your weight on insulation or drywall, you will fall right through and end up in your house, injured and very angry because you now have a hole in your ceiling. So don't do that. If your vent fan's really far away from your attic access point, like it is with mine, you might want to put down sheets of plywood that make it easy to walk across the stringers without accidentally stepping on the ceiling and the drywall. OSHA recommends, or in fact requires, professionals, that is people working for someone on a roof or in any high up place, to wear fall protection above 4 feet. Most people's roofs are higher than 4 feet off the ground, and you should only climb on your roof without fall protection at your own risk. Let's get started. This is how a roof vent should look when it's functioning properly. This one is not new. As you can see, one of the fins is bent, but it moves along at a good clip. It's easy to tell if you have a roof vent with a problem by comparing it to the other ones on your house and potentially your neighbors' houses, if people in the neighborhood all have them. If you see one or more of your roof vents spinning slower than everyone else's, or not spinning at all when everyone else's are spinning, they probably need some servicing. The first thing you can do to try to fix your non-functioning roof vent is to oil it. These things are generally pretty neglected and don't get serviced often. So if yours isn't spinning, it's entirely possible that it just needs some oil. The places to apply lubrication are right here and up here at the 2 sets of bearings. You can use something like WD-40 as lubrication, although it is thinner and doesn't last as long, or light oil like 3-in-1. In this case, I tried lubricating this about a week ago, and while it helped one fan a lot, it did not do much for this one. So this one will need to be replaced. If yours doesn't respond to lubrication and you need to replace it, the first step is to remove the old roof vent. Most of these can be removed from the exterior of the roof, and you usually don't have to undo anything from the attic or crawl space. The bolts holding them in can be of various sizes. In this case, I found that my old one is held in with 1/4 inch fasteners. The next step is to set the level on your new one. This is the sleeve slash tube section that'll go on top here, and we'll have to line up with the old bolt holes. It can also be rotated to adjust level. So first step is to attach it to the old bolt holes. This is not always done with the same size hardware. In this case, the old ones were 1/4 inch and the new ones are 8mm. So go ahead and line up the holes and bolt the collar in place. When you're installing these, make sure you don't over tighten them because they're very easy to strip out. Next step is we're going to get this thing level. There's a couple ways to get this thing level. If you have a carpenter's level, that's the easiest because you can set it across the whole thing and go from there. I don't have a carpenter's level, but I do have a regular old T-square with a bubble level and a board. So I'm going to use this board as my flat surface and place my bubble level on it. To adjust the pitch or the level of the sleeve here, simply rotate it. The pitch is designed to correct level or the level adjustment is designed to correct for the roof pitch. So you want to keep your level perpendicular to the crest of the roof here. And then simply rotate until your surface is level here. Lastly is the installation of the vent fan itself. This is rather similar to the sleeve in that it uses those 8mm screws, and you have to line the holes up on the tripod here with the holes on the sleeve. You may need to use your screwdriver to get the tripod to line up with the holes properly. As with the lower bolts, make sure you don't over tighten these because you're just pulling against a little piece of galvanized steel here and it's very easy to strip it out. Well, that's all there is to it. Your roof vent, as you saw while I was filming, will start working as soon as you put it in some cases while you're still putting it in. Now your attic will be cooler, your AC bill will be a little bit lower, and you'll be protecting your roof from damage. That's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching.